Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's been a minute. We're happy to be back in a new space. Welcome. We have an amazing special guest here with us today, Donnie. I had the pleasure of meeting Donnie in the insurance space. We don't work directly with him in the same like overarching umbrella, but he is amazing. We learned so much from him, being able to work alongside with him in the office every single day. And so I'm really excited for you guys to get to know him. So Donnie, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you like, how you found the industry, all the things.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me, Liz. Appreciate it. I came from the drilling and blasting industry,
Mm-hmm.
so construction background. I had literally barely any sales experience coming in. I worked from when I was 18 till 23, just in construction, and then I came over to door sales for a year.
Yes,
Got my feet
sir.
wet in that. Got my butt kicked out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then one of my good friends, Alex Crawford, he
Mm-hmm.
came over to the insurance industry. And, we're back in door to door days, we were doing roofing, and it just wasn't like, it was very up and down.
Mm-hmm.
When we had storms out in Arizona, it was busy as heck.
Mm-hmm.
And then storms quit, and we were making like, 2-3 grand a month.
So were you just in Arizona during that time?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever knock anywhere else?
I knocked in California for a little bit. So half my like year in door to door, half of it was solar and then half of it was roofing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think collectively, I don't think I even broke six figures. Like it was a lot of work and we weren't
Mm-hmm.
getting paid
A
too much.
lot of work for sure. What
But,
was like the good parts of the door-to-door industry?
I mean, good part would be probably the learning experience. Just I
Mm-hmm.
already knew like hard work from construction,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess I didn't have like that mental toughness that you get
Mm-hmm.
from being on the doors, and just
Definitely.
you're getting. I mean, you came from door to door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you got told to f off. Like
I'll do
I got
that.
chased out by a dude with an AR-15 one time. Like crazy stuff.
Crazy.
It was nuts.
But I think that's what makes you like appreciate this business even more too, because it's like it could be so much worse.
Hmm.
Like we could be getting chased and getting told to F off face to face. Like it can be so much worse. So when you come into remote sales and you're sitting in like a nice air conditioned room with like a glass of water next to you, you're like, okay, this really isn't that bad.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah. So it makes you appreciate the moments now.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, that time of our lives was what we're gonna put in the past, but it allows us to now like appreciate more of what we
Yeah.
have in front of us day
I
to
don't
day.
I don't think I ever heard what was your experience in door to door. I don't think I ever asked you.
It was great, and honestly, like the people that I've met from door to door, they're still some of my like best friends today, and Antonio's too. And it was like I've never grown so much. Like I used to be so quiet. You could never like Antonio used to always like tell me, he's like, speak up. Like I was very quiet, very unconfident in myself,
Hmm.
afraid of rejection, afraid of the
Right.
unknown. And like that allowed me to be confident in those moments and in the unknown and all those things. So it really established like why I am where I am today.
Hmm.
But it's just like the brittleness of going door to door. I literally like passed out on the doors one time.
Holy
Like I
crap.
had like major vertigo and I was like getting so dizzy, and like just the physical aspect of it wasn't there. And
Hmm.
honestly, like I was a very, very hard worker. They would send like activity reports at the end of the day, and it was like I always knocked the most doors out of anybody, but
Hmm.
my numbers never reflected it. It just never really clicked for me, just because I'm so passionate about life insurance and I like understand and really like grasp the need for the product.
Hmm.
With pest control, it just wasn't there for me specifically. Like I fully never understood the need for it.
Hmm.
With life insurance, it was never that. So it's like for me, selling it is so much easier because I understand how important it is and
Right.
understand how amazing it is for the client which makes it so much easier to sell too.
Yeah, if you can sell bug spray door to door, you can basically sell anything.
Yeah, like those people, they don't want anything to do with bugs. And I was in a market that was super heavily knocked by
Hmm.
pest control. Like every single one of my products was a switchover. Like I rarely talked to anyone that didn't have a policy, or not a policy,
A
a
bug
company.
yeah.
So when I hear I already have a policy in place, now it's easy because I'm so used to it. Like
Yeah.
that's what they have.
perfect.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
calling.
Like roofing is, I can't even imagine.
Roofing in Arizona.
Yeah.
That was the fun part. So it's 115 outside,
No,
and we're on
thank you.
top of all the roofs. But yeah,
Is it competitive out here?
it really wasn't that saturated
Mm-hmm.
when we first started roofing out here,
Mm-hmm.
but we would travel to like outskirts town, like in a little bit more like southern Arizona. So we weren't really like working in town. It
Mm-hmm.
was all like we were driving an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know, we were going to Globe,
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah, we were going to some like sketchy parts of town,
Yeah.
trailer parks. Like we were knocking some,
Trailer parks
yeah,
for roofing. That's
yeah.
crazy.
We were getting creative.
Yeah, of course. You do what you got to do. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And then how you obviously Alex, he worked with you in door to
Hmm.
door, right?
Yeah.
And then he found the industry. How long was he in it before he convinced you to do it?
So it was probably like 2 months. He was in the industry and he showed me his bank statements.
Mhm.
Like he showed me his numbers. And at the time it was the slow season for roofing.
Mhm.
And I was making like 4 grand a month. And he's showing me like daily deposits for 4 grand. And I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I'm like, all right, how do I pass the test?
Yeah.
And so I think I scheduled the test like a week and a half out, passed it,
That's awesome.
and then just got right to it and never looked back.
What year was that?
That was 2024 January.
Okay.
So I've been here just for over 2 years.
Yeah. So how
Mm.
was your experience starting out in insurance that first year of 2024? What was
It
your experience like then?
My first year was actually pretty good. I think I issued a 250,000 my first
Yeah.
year, which looking back, like I could have done way
Way
more.
more.
But yeah, I issued out a 250,000.
Mhm.
I learned a ton. My first 90 days, like I worked my tail off. You know, I
Mhm.
was working like crazy. I think my third month I issued 35 grand.
That's
So I
awesome.
found that success pretty quick.
Mhm.
But then, I bought a new truck and bought all these
Mhm.
toys and spent a ton of money. And so that kind of made me take a step back.
Mhm.
Um, but my first year was honestly, I had a great experience. There was a lot of
Mhm.
setbacks, a lot of things we could have done better.
Mhm.
But yeah, my first year, I started the year, my first month was like 13,000. Then I
Mhm.
ended the year, I think I was a little bit slower end of the year, but I think I was still issuing out like 15, 20,000 by the end of
Mhm.
the year.
That's great.
So,
And
mhm.
then came 2025 and you went crazy.
Yeah, 2025, I actually started the year, not very many people know this, but I started in January with like $40,000 of credit card debt.
That's crazy.
Because I made all that money, like I said, I spent it and I kind of went off the rails a little bit, got sidetracked.
Mhm.
And so I started January. I was actually going to quit.
That's crazy.
But I went to convention
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, I can get out of this mess. I had some like Alex, Colton, Derek kind of helped
Mhm.
me get out of that financial spot that I was in. But
Mhm.
yeah, after I went to convention, I realized like you don't have to be special to actually make it in the industry and like find like real success.
Mhm.
And I realized I wasn't working hard enough.
Mhm.
Like there's always more we can do. There's always, something you can learn from, your
Somebody.
mentors and other
Mhm.
people in the office.
Mhm.
I don't think I asked you how your first year was though.
It was great. For me, like, recruiting is my thing. It comes so naturally, and I love teaching. Like, that's where my true passion is. Like, I've been a dance teacher all pretty much my entire life. So I love teaching other people,
Mm-hmm.
but I spend a lot of time doing that instead of selling myself. But I think I finished on the year with like, I think it was like 130,
130. That's
which
awesome.
I was like part time at the beginning, went full time in June. Fine. I know I could do way more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already on track to do way more this year, which is good. And I feel like I'm finally in like the sales process and the systems that I have in place for my sales. It's kind of clicking and all
Mm-hmm.
just getting into place finally, which is good, which
Yeah.
is nice like consistency. But that first year it was a lot of growth. I think we onboarded like 120 people in a year,
Holy crap.
crazy.
That's
So that's
that's
where a lot of my
insane.
time spent. And so it was really like, I was learning constantly how to manage that, how to
Mm-hmm.
organize this and organize that and organize my days. So now when I have that high influx of people coming in, training people, building leaders, building my current people, it's like I
Mm-hmm.
know how to manage that so much better now,
Right.
which is good while
That's
still selling.
That's probably the hardest thing is
So hard.
building while selling full time.
Yeah.
That's like you're getting tugged 80 different ways every
Yeah.
single day.
Because in reality, like your cash flow at the beginning comes from your sales. Like
Mhm.
even at the point that we're both at, like building a team, my team does like about 250 a month now.
Mhm.
And it's like still I can't just like stop selling. Like that is where your cash flow, that's where you pay your bills. That's like you have to sell. It's not a question. You can't forget about that. And so many people do, and that's where they go wrong
Mhm.
because they forget about those things. And like you want to find that balance of teaching other people while still caring about yourself and your sales and your success, because in reality too, that's where people learn is
Yeah.
watching you selling.
Exactly. Yeah, I think some people in the beginning they like kind of miss that mark where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna recruit a ton of people, make all this money, but yeah, majority of your income is gonna come from your own sales, and then later on down the road, once you're at like 400, 500,000, that's when you can take a step back, and also instilling that belief in like your guys. Like this month we're making a big push. Me, Pedro Jansen, we're all gonna shoot for 100,000, but
No question that you're not, that you're gonna do it.
but it's just like obviously the money's cool, but then like everybody else sees you doing the same thing, and it's like, oh, Donnie's not special, like, or Liz isn't special, like she just works harder than I do, so I just copy paste.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because I think a lot of people, especially, I think door to door is a skill. Like to convince someone that you went on their doorstep and it's like they don't want it and you actually do need it, and here's why. Like that takes skill. Like what we do, every single person we talk to requests it. It's very little skill that it requires.
Right.
Maybe just confidence, I would say maybe is the only skill.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say like you don't have to be special, you don't have to have all this skill and everything like that, like touch on that more. Like what does it take to be successful in insurance?
I think confidence is definitely an important key. I feel like a lot of people, you've probably seen it in door to door too. A lot of people get like all this freedom, and then it's like, okay, cool, I can like, do my laundry, dishes, go wash my car, like go hang out with my friends in the middle of the day. And it's like, no, that's like working time. So I think it's really important, like when you first come into the industry, like, okay, I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I go to the gym at 6. I'm home by 7, I'm working by 7:30. Whatever that like schedule is, just stick to that. Because with all this freedom, comes responsibility. Like you need to stick to like a routine, a schedule, block out, times, even if you're building while, you're writing business, like block out like, hey guys, this is my dialing time. We can talk before, we can talk after, but like I need to like pay my bills. I need to put food on my table. So I think schedule, another big thing like people will sometimes fall short on is the, lead spend. So getting enough leads coming in. I tell everybody, I'm like starting out $500 to $1,000 right off the bat. Like you need that set aside. If you don't, you'll
Go
get a
get it
loan from
somehow.
somebody,
Yeah.
credit card, whatever you need. But like that's your lifeline. Like if you start any business, you start a coffee shop or like a tire shop, like you're gonna have to buy inventory. You're gonna have to have electricity, you need the lights on. Like you need product to get going. So that's like our lifeline. That's the bloodline of our business.
100%. I think like something I noticed with you, obviously, you definitely enjoy your freedom. Like you work hard every single day, but you also are going to enjoy your freedom. Like you've earned it.
Right.
How do you find that balance of enjoying your freedom, having that freedom, but still selling at a very high level and not letting that freedom like be something that you take advantage of?
I think like scheduling it into like your calendar, like scheduling into your time, like setting aside, or once you hit like those metrics, you're like, hey, once I hit 60,000 this month, now
Then
I'm
you
gonna
can do
take like
this.
the weekend off or whatever. I've always stick to the same schedule, and then like, like we're gonna go to Puerto Rico in July, like that's or August, whenever it is, but like that's already in the calendar. I already know I'm gonna take that time off.
So you have to sacrifice before. So when you're there, you're not losing much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I honestly work 6 days a week, like almost every week. I'll take, a little bit of time off here and there, but I think when it comes to like hitting your goals, like sometimes you got to sacrifice,
100%.
and some people just aren't willing to do that. Some people are, and that's why they get ahead. So willing to, give up some things, but just put it in the calendar and schedule it out,
Yeah.
you know?
And sacrifice before, for sure.
Hmm.
I think a very hard transition that I've seen with a lot of reps is that transition from door to door to insurance. I think they're very, very different industries. When you came in, what was the biggest thing for you of like what you maybe thought it was going to be versus what it actually was?
I I had a pretty good idea,
Mm-hmm.
like just the whole like sales, sales in general, but I thought I thought that like I could get away with like if one week I spent like $1,000 on
Mm-hmm.
leads and I could write, 10 grand, that it would be like that every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I could spend like a little bit less and still make the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think that was one thing. Like some
Mm-hmm.
months I'll spend $10,000 on leads and I'll issue out 60,000. Then some months I'll spend, 6 grand and I'll IP 60.
Mm-hmm.
But just willing to like, okay, the leads, maybe they're not hitting that week, just buy another batch,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yep. When you're in those hard times, it's like you have to do the things that you don't want to do
Hmm.
and push yourself. Like those are the hardest moments of like this week's isn't good. It's not going my way. Okay, you're gonna have to spend even more money. For
Hmm.
some people, that's the hardest thing
Yeah.
because they doubt themselves in that moment. So
Right.
for somebody who's in that kind of space of like doubting themselves and where they can't like take that initiative and that step
Hmm.
because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Like, what would you tell that person or maybe your past self?
I would probably just take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of like bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
or like look at any other like business, like how much do they actually spend to make like X amount
Mm-hmm.
to keep like the business running.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of bigger picture.
Yeah.
And then also too like asking questions. Like in the beginning I feel like I don't know if you were the same way, but like
100%.
I kind of kept to myself. Like I didn't really go ask people questions like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, how much are you actually spending? How much are you actually like
Mm-hmm.
depositing? Like what does that look like?
The reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize, like, that's the thing. And with any sales industry, someone could be submitting this, someone could be issuing this, but it's like you don't know what their actual like finances look like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could be making even more money than someone who submits or IPs more than you, but in reality, it's like you just don't know what that looks like and how to set yourself up. So you just have to ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sales? And I think in a normal industry, like talking about how much you're spending and how much you're making seems kind of weird, but
Right.
it's a very normalized thing here. Like I
Yeah.
don't think it's like a bad thing to ask someone, or I don't think anyone would get offended.
Everybody's an open book.
Yeah, literally,
Right.
especially in our office, I feel like there's no secrets or things that you got to keep on the low
Mm-hmm.
because collaboration is how you succeed at the end of the day.
Yeah, not
Need
being
to
afraid to ask, those
Mhm.
questions.
Do you think lead spend was the biggest thing that you feel like you were lacking early on that like caused you your second year to like really push forward, or do you think that there was anything else that you feel like you were lacking early on that clicked when you hit Hall of Fame?
I think ego was a big thing. Not as big of a problem for ladies, I feel like, but for
Mhm.
guys, like such a big like problem.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would have let my ego like down and
Mm-hmm.
been able to like actually ask people for help, ask questions, like I
Mhm.
probably would have progressed a lot further. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think ego. Another big thing for me was just trying to like find ways to become better every day, like going to the trainings
Mm-hmm.
that we have. I mean, we have like a training almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like,
Even when you have it figured out, you have to humble yourself and like
right,
sit back and think like, I need to still learn.
exactly.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you would have done like different your first year, or anything that you think that held you back?
I don't know. I think everything that you do, you just learn from it no matter what. So, like, I definitely spent so much time on certain agents that I probably should have seen as a red flag from the beginning and not done, like, spend that time with them or pour in money to them. Like, and those things, it's just like now I know for the next agent that comes along that's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know. But if I never gone through that, I wouldn't have never known.
Right.
And I think it's just overall, like at the end of the day, this is your business. Like it's our business. We are building like your own business. It's nobody else's. And it's like taking the ownership of that too. I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of the time I'm tend to be kind of someone who really likes to please other people a lot. And so I always ask for a lot of opinions when I make like business decisions, but sometimes I'm like, okay, what are the opinions that I'm taking from and how do they matter and how can I please everyone? But at the end of the day, I need to look at like, okay, what are these decisions? Not if they're going to please people, but what's going to be kind of like the repercussions or how is it going to affect us? And I think when I started doing that is when we really bumped up in consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that big ownership thing, I think like you're saying for men, it's a little bit different. The ego's kind of naturally there already.
Right.
For women, they're a little bit more nervous to
Mm-hmm.
like take that initiative. So it's for me, I think it was just like realize like who you are, what you need, what you own, what you have in front of you, what you need to do with it, and like do it to its
Mm-hmm.
full extent.
Just like instilling the belief in other people
Yeah,
too.
100%. Especially with women, they're so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm emotional, and thank God I have someone in my ear all the time being like, stop being emotional.
Right.
But like women are very, very emotional in business, and it's like you can't be. Versus men are just like, yeah, I'm like gonna do this, like it's fine, or they're a little bit more numb. Just and don't get me wrong, there's still emotions for everyone. Everyone still gets emotional. Everyone still gets affected by the rejection.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for women, like when I am mentoring a lot of women, it's just like something that I really have to stay in tune with myself and my agents of like I can tell when people are emotional. Like you can read people and you just
Yeah.
have to like acknowledge it and be like, how can I help you?
Yeah, and I feel like going kind of with your gut too, like
Mm-hmm.
couple things I would have done different too is like when I feel like I should like have that conversation or like I
Have
feel like there's something off, like your intuition is probably a little bit better.
it.
Just ladies, they're
Yeah,
like my
for sure.
mom's intuition is like stellar. She can read the whole room.
Yeah.
Um, but just having those like hard
Mm-hmm.
conversations and like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, like you're doing this, like we need to be
Mm-hmm.
doing this, like
Mm-hmm.
time to show up on time,
Yeah.
you know?
Communication's hard
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people. But you
Yeah.
just have to communicate at the end of the day. Like you are like, what's the point of sitting on it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's with agents, with mentors, like whoever, you just have to communicate because it's not going to do anything for you if you don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do you feel like there was ever a point that you questioned if like you could do it or you could get there, you could hit those high numbers like you do now?
Yeah, I think like I think I always knew like
Mm-hmm.
what I wanted in life. Like I always wanted more out of life,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really have anybody that was like, that like believed in me like a
Mm-hmm.
ton and was like, dude, no, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
Until right before I pushed for those like big months last year, I was writing
Mm-hmm.
like 60 to 80,000. Me and Mikey Ayachi,
Mm-hmm.
we were like kind of going
Mm-hmm.
head to head and like we would kind of hype each other up and
Mm-hmm.
like review our numbers and like we were looking at bank statements, like we were
Mm-hmm.
comparing everything. We're like, dude, let's push for some big months. So I feel like it's good to have somebody that's like around that has like your same goals and like has that big vision too and like somebody to kind of compete with,
Mm-hmm.
and to
Yeah.
you guys both, push each other to be better. So I think it's kind of for me, it's like kind of that more of that brotherhood,
Mm-hmm.
pushing each other.
Community culture.
But yeah, having that good culture and just
Mm-hmm.
having like somebody that you can, go to every day and like, all right, how do we do for the day
Mm-hmm.
and
Be
push each
accountable
other.
with.
Yeah, push each other to be better.
Mm-hmm.
So, stumble on words.
I think too, a big thing I want to tap into is like the why behind it. Cause I think a lot of people come to this industry and they're like, yeah, I want to make a lot of money. I want to have a lot of nice things, but that only gets you so far. Like you can't sit here and get rejected all day if all you want is like to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not going to happen that way because eventually you're going to get a good amount of money and then you're going to become complacent and not hit the massive, massive numbers and keep going. So for new agents, like when you hire on new people or for yourself too, when they lose their why, they don't have one, how do you establish that in them for new agents?
Yeah, if they kind of lose their why, or I can tell like they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of getting beat up, like maybe they haven't had a sale in a few
Mm-hmm.
days. I get them on like some higher intent leads. So
Mm-hmm.
either get them to buy a pack or like give them a couple of
Mm-hmm.
leads just to run through
Mm-hmm.
to get that to get like a sale underneath their belt, because that's what's going to reignite like that fire
Yeah.
and that belief.
Mm-hmm.
And then also too, like a lot of people have, like, we're all human, like we all go through personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So just sitting down and doing like a one-on-one,
Mm-hmm.
seeing how they're doing. And then also too, like me and you, like Nicolette, Madison, like we're all like the fire in the room. Like you got to pour in your people, you got to fire them up, you got to bring the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And like if the room's dead, like nobody's on presentations, like we need some momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Hop in another room, like
Let's
we need to
figure it
get
out.
people presenting and like get that energy moving in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just checking up on your people. I do like one-on-ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's everything work-wise? Okay, how's your personal life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything good? How are we doing finances-wise?
Mm-hmm.
And just actually like figuring out where they're at.
Yeah.
And some people have personal stuff going on, so
It
just
happens.
getting on the same page. And
Mm-hmm.
main thing is keeping them like selling. As long as they're selling, like money is gonna be fine. Like
Mm-hmm.
their energy is gonna be up higher.
Mm-hmm. For you, like, what is the definition of a good day versus a bad day? Is there a bad day?
I think every day is a good day. I mean,
That's what I wanted you to say. Or I hope you were going to say that.
I don't think you can have a bad day unless you let it become a bad day. I think like I'm sure you're the same way, but over the past few years, like being in sales and like
Mm-hmm.
being around the environment, like it builds a mental like toughness. And I don't know, do you do anything like to help like keep your mental like clear? I don't know if you like go to the
Mm-hmm.
gym every day or what you
Yeah.
do.
I will absolutely. The gym like helps so much in the morning. I also always like tell my people to stay like you have to stay neutral. During your best days, you can't be too high.
Mm-hmm.
And during the worst days, you can't be too low. Like I was saying, on like a scale of 1 to 10, you always have to be on a 7. So it's like on those low days, like what can you do for yourself to like give yourself a serotonin boost to make it a good day?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was like for me on the doors, whenever I didn't get a sale, which was pretty frequently,
Right.
I would eat out. Like I would get something like Chipotle or like something I would to just make my day a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Versus once you have those sales or like have the great days, that's when you have to go back and like kind of humble yourself and maybe train more, like push yourself harder on those days because you already had your serotonin boost. Then you need to work harder.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what I always say is you got to stay neutral. You have to stay at that 7. You can't be too high or too low
Mm-hmm.
because then those moments are going to be so much harder to get out.
It's almost like reverse psychology. It's like on the
Mm-hmm.
bad days,
That's when you reward yourself.
go do something
Mm-hmm.
cool, and then on the days that are going really really good, it's like go do something
Mm-hmm.
hard,
Yeah.
bring it back down, level you out.
And you have to, I always say there's 2 ways that people perform either out of like desperation or inspiration. So like those desperation people are the ones that maybe they need to like reward themselves when they do good. But the people of like inspiration are like the people that like, oh, I see you performing so I can, or you like, there's always 2 different ways that you can look at it. So like if you're desperate, it's like, I have to pay my bills. I have to do this. I have to do that like for me. Or I can look at someone and be like, look at them performing, look at them producing numbers. Like that's going to give me the inspiration and the push.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that a lot of people, it's like, you never know how they're going to perform. So you have to find that in the rep too of like, what do they need to push to the next level? Do they need that desperation of kind of putting their back against the wall? Or do they need something to like inspire them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I think operating out of like the desperation in
Mm-hmm.
sales can, especially on the phones,
Mm-hmm.
it can come off like when you're in the sale
Mm-hmm.
a lot more than
Mm-hmm.
performing out of inspiration.
Yeah,
So that's huge.
definitely. At what point for you do you feel like you stopped hoping it would work and just started expecting it? Like that's the norm, that's the standard for you.
I think after convention,
Mm-hmm.
I was like I said, it kind of clicked for me. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just need to spend more money on leads. I need to work harder.
That's all it takes.
I cut out a lot of people out of my life
Mm-hmm.
that weren't really adding on to my plate, and they were kind of taking away energy and just were kind of negative.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut out people out of my life like that.
Mm-hmm.
I cut out bad habits. I stopped going out and drinking, and like all I was doing was gym. I meal prepped all my food. I was eating better, and I bumped up all my lead spends. Like I was maxing out credit cards on leads. I was back up against the wall.
Betting on
I
yourself.
I literally that January I put my rent money on leads, and then I
Crazy.
got paid out Americo. The commission statement came on like the 29th, 30th. I got paid, and then I actually paid my rent on the first. But like I'm crazy. I'll bet it all
Well,
on
that's what you
black.
got to do sometimes to produce those 60, 70, 80K months. Like, that's just what you have to do. I want to touch on, too, how you said you cut out people from your life, because I think that's something that a lot of people have a lot of struggle with doing. It's hard because sometimes those people are people that, like, deep down, like, really like them as a person, but you just know they're not benefiting your life either anymore. They never were doing something for you. Like, how hard was that for you to kind of draw the line?
Yeah, it honestly it was pretty hard. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
somebody I was really close family. Most
Mm-hmm.
of most of those people were a little bit closer family.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I just realized that like everything is like energy. Like money can be used as like that's energy. Like we can
Mm-hmm.
use that to move our business forward. We can use that to move, things forward in the right direction, or it can be, negative energy, going
Mm-hmm.
out to the bars, drinking, like it can be used for bad things too, right? So I just realized everything's energy, right? And if
Mm-hmm.
everything's energy, if I'm around people that they're kind of just they're doing the same thing, they've been doing the same thing for years.
Mm-hmm.
I use the example like going out to the bars. Like a lot of people go out and they just
Mm-hmm.
drink, they have a good time. Like they're fun to hang out with,
Yeah.
but they're not like bringing us up.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I go to dinner with some of my friends and like we're talking about like, okay, how can we be better? Like let's get on a better gym schedule.
Mm-hmm. How
Um,
can I eat better? How can I
yeah,
prepare myself better? How can I develop, like, yeah,
exactly.
stuff that.
We're always talking about like getting better and
Mm-hmm.
what can we like how can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Like where are you struggling? Like let's get you better.
Yeah.
So like those are the conversations we have at dinner now. But yeah, you just gotta have some courage and like
Mm-hmm.
have some grit and like, hey, I love you, I care about you, but like
Listen up.
I need to focus on me and like my business and moving
Mm-hmm.
that forward because that's top priority. Because I don't want to work forever.
Mm-hmm.
My goal has always been to like retire when I'm 30,
Mm-hmm.
and will I hit that goal? I don't know. It's a big goal, but
Yeah, you will.
right. But yeah, that's super important. Like having good people in your
Mm-hmm.
life, good people in your corner, to hold you to a good standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I fall out of line, I know like Pedro, Alex, Jansen, like they'll check me.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, dude, you told me you wanted to hit this goal, but you're taking like a Wednesday off. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You need to have those people in your corner, because if you just let them do it, they just care for you at the end of the day. That's why they're
Yeah.
like checking you.
And those are real friends.
Yeah.
If you have friends that aren't like, hey bro, like how are you doing? Like you told me you wanted to hit 100,000 in a month,
Mm-hmm.
but you're slacking. Like if you don't have people that don't check you like that, they're probably not like really good friends. You
They
want
probably
people.
don't actually genuinely care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is hard, truth, because they'll tell you what you don't want to hear. They
Right.
tell you what you think is bringing you down, but it's to make you better at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also want to touch on how you talked about convention. We've talked about it a few times,
Hmm.
but I think that's what's so special. And I always talk about this, about like the company and the IMO that we work with, Family First Life. It's obviously massive. We
Hmm.
do pretty much $1 billion of sales every single year, which is crazy and
Freaking nuts.
nuts to think about. Like $1 billion in life insurance, and think about too how much death benefit that gives out to families and how much protection that gives out to them. Like that's just premium.
Hmm.
Like death benefit alone has to be billions and billions and billions.
Oh
So
yeah, easily.
yeah, crazy to think about like how one person one day was like, yeah, I'm gonna go make my own version of what this thing called an IMO,
Hmm.
and now where it's been at. But we have a few events along the year. Big annual convention's one of them. Ignite coming up at the end of May, and then Ignite in September.
Hmm.
And those events are huge. I started out when I started, I think I dialed one day prior before convention last year, went to convention. That's where I met you for the very first time.
Hmm.
And just those events are huge because you get to see like the full opportunity in the business and all these massive numbers. And like my people and agents who I brought to convention this year, they came back and they're like, what is like, we don't have a standard. Like, we need to figure this, and this out. And it's like, yeah, I've been kind of trying to tell you that for a while, but I'm glad you
Right.
could see that now. Like, that's the point of those events. You just see all these people in the company hitting these massive, massive numbers. Like, there was one guy who literally learned English from like the script. Like, that's insane. So
Yeah.
you sit there at these
Absolutely crazy.
events and you're like, who am I to like not work hard? Like,
Hmm.
that's all it takes. Like, what am I doing when like you can work hard, you can reach those goals? And I think that's what's so amazing too with how big of a company we are. There's so many people that are so successful in it. Like,
Hmm.
how many people hit Hall of Fame this year?
It was
A
wasn't
lot.
it was like 200 and something,
Yeah.
300 and something. I
I
think it
think
was in the 300s.
either upper 200s or 300s,
Yeah, it
which
was a
is
ton.
crazy. 400K or more is Hall
Yeah.
of Fame for
And
you
I
guys.
think the average insurance agent is like making mid 30s, like mid 40s a
Yeah.
year. So to have like that many people, it's huge. And I feel like convention too, like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know about this big hoorah thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, if you go into those events with an open mind and like
Mm-hmm.
a notebook, you're gonna like you're gonna have so many like realizations.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they hear from you or like me say something, but then they hear from, you know, somebody at convention that
Mm-hmm.
says it just a little bit different and it finally like
It
clicks.
clicks.
And for me, like if I didn't go, I would have quit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, one of my guys, Travis, he wouldn't have been able to quit his job, and now, you know, he works from home, he gets to spend time with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have another guy, Hunter, like he's quitting his job. Now he's able to spend time with his family and like gets to enjoy life more. Like if I would have quit, that would have affected like 10
So many
other
other
people's
people.
lives. And so just making those like small decisions to like commit to yourself, hey, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go to this event. I'm gonna bring a notebook, I'm gonna go in with an open mind and
Mm-hmm.
like actually absorb that info and
Mm-hmm.
go in there wanting to actually get something from those.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you go into the closed mind, it's like you're not gonna
Forget
like
about it.
wait. And there's so many like high value people at those events that have
Mm-hmm.
figured it out, and that
Mm-hmm.
like I stopped a couple people at convention and
Mm-hmm.
like picked their brain, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I do the same thing as you, I just do maybe this a little bit different,
Mm-hmm.
or I run this type of lead and I
Mm-hmm.
spend this much. Like i've I've sat down with Harold,
Mm-hmm.
um
He's number 2 in FFL,
yeah,
right?
number 2 at FFL, literally broke down his whole business in like 10 minutes and like open book. I'm like, dude, everybody's just normal people. They
Mm-hmm.
just they have their systems dialed in. They
He's
don't
dialed.
miss they don't miss a day. Like they're in it to win it.
Nope.
There's no going back. Like they're
Mm.
full throttle all the time.
They're literally just like a robot. Like, every single day is the exact same. He
Hmm.
just so dialed to a T
Right.
that I think I remember seeing like a picture on a call of like him, and he had like a bunch of agents, and it was just all in his house, and they were dialing all from his house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And just like kind of going back to like the people you surround yourself with, like proximity's power. You go to these events and think about how many like millionaires there are there. Like, something as simple as that. Like, there's so many resources like at our fingertips, whether that's monetary or something like mentally that you can learn from someone, or like something you just never know what's going to push you into that like next level versus like the advice that you're going to get at those events. It's just like there's so many people that have figured it out, that have these systems, that know what to do, and have been through situations that maybe you're struggling with. Like, you just never know the opinion that you're going to get on those events, whether
Hmm.
it's them speaking on stage or you talking to them in the hallway in between.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. And so that's the best part about it, is how big we are. But I feel like it never feels like a massive corporate like company.
Hmm.
Like, the relationship we have with these top producers, it's like you talking to Harold, like, you don't feel like a sense of like authority from him. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll tell you
Just a
for
normal
sure.
dude, chill
We're
guy.
all normal. Yeah. It's like, why not? Let's just all share what we're doing so we can all get better
Right.
at the end of the day. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Well, Donnie, tell us a little bit about your goals for this year.
My goals, I set some pretty big goals. I like to shoot
Have to.
for what is it? What is the saying? Shoot for the moon, land at the stars,
Yeah,
something like that, or vice versa, whatever. But my goal this year was to hit 2 million a month as an agency,
fire.
and then personally, I wanted to hit 500,000 if she paid.
For sure. I
Um,
feel like you could do 600.
Yeah, I don't,
Just kidding.
we
Well, not
might bump
kidding.
those up, but
Yeah.
I'm more trying to pour into the agency side
100%.
now. And I want my average rep to be like 25,000.
That's awesome.
So that's the goal right now, is just to get everybody up to that
Hmm.
standard.
That's huge.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that I know you can do it. What are your goals right now, or how are you going to hit those things? Like, what are you focusing on day to day right now to hit those massive goals?
So day to day, like I'm spending a lot more time one on one
Hmm.
with my agents. And then on the recruiting side, I just hired a DMing service. So they're gonna help run like my social media,
Love it.
reach out to people. So that's gonna help bring in more recruits.
Hmm.
And then just working the warm market, posting on social media every day,
Hmm.
reposting like FFL stuff,
Hmm.
and then marketing like events like Ignite,
Hmm.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
just
kind of the
never know.
day to day. We're just in the trenches. We're
Hmm.
working
You embrace it.
14 hours a day.
It's the best part
So
about it.
what are your goals for this year?
1 million a month is our goal as an agency.
Easy.
Yeah,
Bump those numbers up.
100%. I know. I think now I heard you're 2 million. I think I'm gonna have to up it. But honestly, personally, I want to say Hall of Fame. That's like my big goal. My minimum 300K, 100%. And I definitely,
You got Hall of Fame.
I think I can.
We'll make sure you get there.
Just let my people like get in their groove a little bit more in a few months.
Hmm.
But I'm really like, I really struggle with like finding that
Balance. Just a
balance of
juggling
like
act.
hiring, developing, and selling myself, because I love, like, I truly do love hiring and developing, because it's just like when I see people's life change and I get a call of like, I've deposited the most I've ever had in my life this month, like, those are the moments I live for. Like, when an
Hmm.
agent's like struggling so much and they just get that one sale that pushes them to believe in themselves again, like, those are the moments that I fill my cup every day. Like, a sale, great, love it, makes me feel awesome.
Hmm.
But I love when I sell, because I like when my people can be like, okay, yeah, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. So
I see when you're coaching people through calls, it's awesome to see. You pour a lot of passion into it. So
thank you.
that was
Thank
good
you.
to
I
hear.
appreciate that. Well, I'm super excited for us for this year. We're almost halfway through the year, which is
I know
crazy.
this year's freaking flown by.
Crazy, which is a good
Time's flown
thing.
by.
I feel like a 14-hour day feels like 2 seconds.
I know. Yeah.
So
No,
it
it's
goes by fast when you enjoy it. You just got
exactly.
to embrace the suck. It
Yep.
doesn't suck though.
No.
Embrace the
It's
trenches.
it's yeah, it's just a process. And
Yeah.
two, I feel like a big thing too, I kind of want to touch on this with you,
Hmm.
but what's kind of your, because obviously we go through good, bad, ugly every
Hmm.
day, like it's gonna happen, that's part of business, but
Hmm.
what's been your why, like behind what you do, and do you
Hmm.
feel like having a big why is, what's pushed you to succeed? And
Yeah.
um yeah, kind of touch on that.
Yeah, why is like you have to. Like I was kind of talking about earlier, like you have to have something that's bigger than money, because that is only going to push you so far. For me, it's obviously, like I said, my people, just like performing for them. I show up day to day for them. But
Hmm.
also I have a sister, she has special needs, and she, like, eventually I know I'll have to like take care of her one day. She like requires 24-hour attention, and obviously that can't be cheap too. And I don't want to be sitting here like stressing about that. And I want her to be able to live with me and not have to like live in a home. Like, I want her to be in a home with me and in that comfort.
Hmm.
So that's my big why at the end of the day, is like, one day I'm gonna have to provide for her, whether that's like, and I just don't want to live a basic lifestyle. Like, I want to make it awesome for her, make everything have her being able to enjoy everything. And money is obviously awesome to have for that, but I never want to be stressed in that moment more
Hmm.
for her than for me. So that's
Right.
like my big why of
That's
why I
huge.
do this. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I feel like having an actual like purpose, like you said, money. That's why
Hmm.
you see like millionaires and billionaires
Hmm.
like still not happy with their life, even though they have everything materialized. But
Hmm.
there's still you still have to work on your mind, body, spirit. Like you have to work on all that stuff every
Hmm.
day, and having goals like for each of those is
Hmm.
really important. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I feel like having that big why that'll push you like on your worst days. Your worst days,
Hmm.
rock bottom for everybody is
Yeah.
like different. I feel like some people are like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm rock bottom. Like I barely have any money. It's like, dude, they can always be worse.
It can always be worse.
They can literally always be
You can
worse.
be door knocking in 115-degree heat.
You know, so we're super lucky to,
Yeah.
you know, be able to work from anywhere we want. And,
Mhm.
but yeah, going back to the why, like having that big like picture. And if you don't have that picture, like everybody needs to sit down for a couple hours and like figure that out. But having that is going to push you through bad days, ugly days, days where you get roll up debt, chargebacks. Like,
Bound to happen.
you know, it's going to happen, right?
Yep.
But we just push through it.
Exactly. Well, we're so happy that you were able to come on. Donnie's the best. We're so grateful for him. But you can watch below. I'll send over I'll put the Instagrams below so you guys can follow us along both of our journeys. So we're super excited. Thank you so much, Donnie.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for having me. I
Here's
appreciate
to the
it.
rest of the year. Let's
go.
get it.